Welcome back to Monster Month here on It Figures. That's right, all month long I will be doing nothing but monsters and horror and terrifying things here on this channel. So we are continuing with the Friday the 13th franchise because of it being Friday the 13th today. So I'm recording all of this today and posting it all today. So it's going to be a very busy day. Alright, so we did the 3D poster, and now we're doing another 3D sort of cover for Friday the 13th Part 3 in 3D, if you can see that. This is from NECA. Now, I've had this figure sitting around for months and months and months and never got a chance to actually review it for you. I actually picked it up the day it came out, and I got it at Toys R Us. And it's been sitting here, and now that it's finally Friday the 13th, and October, and Monster Month, I had to finally get this review done. Now, the NECA packaging here is incredible. I absolutely love this cover. So for the Friday the 13th fans out there, you know the third one was in 3D. So what they did here was they made sort of a holographic 3D cover for the front of the packaging. And wow, I mean, it's awesome. And once I do open this, I'm probably going to get a frame and put the cover in the frame because it looks that good. On the back of the packaging, it shows, the figure and all the stuff that comes with it. And on the inside, it's held by Velcro. We have the image of Jason standing there by a cabin. And over here is Jason himself, and he comes with quite a lot of accessories from Part 3. Now, Part 3 was one of my favorite Friday the 13th movies, along with Part 4. And if you stick around all day long, you will see the Part 4 figure reviewed as well. Alright, so let's open up this new Dimension in Terror and finally review Jason from Part 3. So here we go, Friday the 13th Part 3 Jason from NECA. Now, the last few NECA figures I have gotten, I have not been too impressed by because of the loose joints, and all the stuff that they came with pretty much broke as soon as I touched it. So I'm really hoping this one is much better made. Now, being that Friday the 13th Part 3 is one of my all-time favorite Friday the 13th films, I actually even went and cosplayed as Jason when I was at Dragon Con, and I do have a video of that up on my other channel, Box Office Maniacs, if you want to check it out. So I'm pretty familiar with this costume and everything that goes along with it. So first, let's start at the mask and the head sculpt. As you can see here, I mean, it looks pretty awesome, right? It is Jason from Part 3. And I'm pretty excited that I finally have a Jason from Part 3. I have pretty much almost all the other ones except for Part 3. So here we go. And the mask is pretty accurate. It looks just like it should, with the silver snaps here on the side and the chevrons in place. All the holes look like they're correct. I really like what they did with his head back here. They gave it, the very lumpy looking head, which he has. And he also has the straps back here holding it on. So again, really great attention to detail. So now let's take a look at what Jason really looks like. And I think Part 3 was probably my favorite looking Jason out of all the films. Except for maybe Part 7. Oh, there you go. Yeah, he looks just like he does in the movie, so it's a really good sculpt. Did a really good job with it, actually. The paint is kind of weird. It's a little off, but not too bad. I like the open mouth, and the eyes are really well done, too. So, and this is pre-axe cut head, too. And it does come with a second head that does have the axe cut in it. And that's really awesome. I'll take a look at that when I get to the accessories. But yeah, this looks really cool. And he does have the blood here on his neck. That's, I guess, for the other head, which has the axe cut. So as for paint, yes, this is pretty much the accurate color of his outfit. And he does have the 2 pockets, which was really hard for me to find when I was cosplaying. And he did have a little splatter of blood all over him, which, of course, wouldn't be Jason without it. On the back, his outfit is very well sculpted. Very well sculpted. A lot of wrinkling going on in this shirt. And again, the attention to detail here is great because The shirt was always too short for him, as you can see, and they sculpted that on there as well, so that was really cool. And the fact that he didn't button his shirt up either, and it has the cuffs open. Really, really good attention to detail. There isn't much to Jason's pants, really. They are a light gray, just like this, and he does have the blood there on his knee where she stabbed him. Shoes look really good. I think they did a great job with the detail on the shoes. So, here is the big question. A lot of these figures I've been getting is been loose. Like I said, all the joints and everything have been loose. It's mostly the hip joints right there that are the worst. And how is Jason from part 3? Well, they are a little loose, but not like they have been. So, and that's acceptable. I mean, it's okay for them to be a little loose, but not just where they're like literally falling out. So his knees bend, his feet do rotate, both arms bend. He does have a lot of articulation in his hand, in his wrist, so that's really nice. And his head is on a ball joint, sort of. He doesn't have that much movement, really, in his head, but you can kind of, turn his head a little bit. He doesn't really turn all the way to the left or the right, but, Jason don't really have that much movement to start with. So Jason comes with a lot of killing instruments, a lot of fun weapons that he comes with, and he comes with quite a lot. So first one here is the axe. And I find it a little odd that there's like no blood or blood splatter on this axe whatsoever. I'm assuming this is the axe she hits him in the head with at the end. So maybe this is pre-blood before she hit him. But it's an okay axe. I mean, it doesn't have like unbelievably great detail or anything. But it's an axe. Now for Friday the 13th fans, you will instantly recognize this. This is the spear gun. And this is actually the very first appearance of Jason with the hockey mask on, where he shoots the woman through the eyeball with this spear gun, and then he just drops it and walks away. So that was the very first appearance of Jason ever wearing the hockey mask, and it's cool that they included it in here. And I like the fact that this is a little bit rubbery, so it won't break off as easy, or at least it hasn't yet. Now we come to this. It's a fire poker that he uses in the movie. And again, no blood on the fire poker. The sculpt is pretty good. It looks like a fire poker, but weird that there's a lack of blood on any of this. Now this is the strangest of all. You think that his machete would be covered in blood, but it looks like it's brand new, like it came right out of an Ace Hardware or Home Depot or something. Maybe he wiped it off after every kill. I don't know. But again, it's a machete. It looks like a machete, but no blood. So this is pretty cool. He comes with a pitchfork that he uses again in the movie, and that's why all these are included in here, because these are all the weapons that Jason uses, and it's cool for him to have a pitchfork. It's pretty well detailed, actually. One of the better detailed weapons, I think, that he comes with. And now we actually get to a weapon that has some blood on it, and it's a little bent, as you can see, and I don't want to straighten it because it might break it. This is the knife I believe she stabs him in the leg with. So, yeah, it's odd that this is the one that comes with the blood. But, yeah, there it is. Bloody knife. And the last is a bloody monkey wrench. So, again, we have two weapons out of the however many that came here that are bloody, which is pretty odd, but it's okay. And finally, we have the second Jason head, which has the axe mark in it. So the mask itself is pretty much exactly the same, except for obviously this here, which is where she hit him in the head with the axe. So if we take the mask off, we reveal a new Jason head that does have the bloody axe mark in there. And they did a really great job. Very, very bloody, which again is why all that blood is on his neck. And what's so good about this other sculpt is it's a totally different sculpt than the one that's on the figure. So it's pretty cool. I like the fact that they completely resculpted the mouth and some of the eyes and the features. So yeah, they did a really great job with this. Really impressive. Overall, I'll give it to NECA this time. They did a really great job with Jason. I think that the joints are pretty decent. The sculpt is dead on. And it's really a lot of fun to actually finally own a Friday the 13th Part 3 Jason. And there you go, just to give you an idea of what the head looks like on the figure. And it looks great. It looks really fantastic. Love blood, and it's a really great sculpt on that face. So let's go ahead and bring up the old terror meter and see how Jason stacks up. The amount of accessories here are really nice. I wish there was more blood on them, but other than that, they're really good. The face sculpt on Jason is really excellent, as is his mask. They did a great job on sculpting both the masks. So I have zero problem with this Jason. I think he is great, and he's going to look fantastic with the rest of my Jason figures. So overall, Jason gets, I'm very happy to say, a 5 out of 5. Really fun to open this up and review Jason on Friday the 13th and to bring it to you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and if you did, make sure you hit that subscribe button so I can see you very soon. As in, like, the very next review, which is going to be Friday the 13th Part 4, also from NECA.